Port Shepstone was an amazing experience. I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancerian. I'm a water baby. So being by the sea for me is just a natural flow.
Yeah.
So ngakhulela eMargate.
Yes.
Section 3. And we were the first family moved there because of the state land acts and those things, moving from Ekamalake to Margate, and we repatriated. So Margate, I grew up. I think I was 4 or 5 years old when I moved there.
So your father owns Awesome Advertising.
My father owns Awesome Advertising. The person who hired me is a colleague of his who owns Courtesy Group.
Okay.
And he's the one who's the group.
So awuqashanga ngetiye. Umsebenzi owufundele uyawazi.
Awufundela.
Yes.
And bangifone. I mean, even before ngibuye ngize eThekwini, babengifonela bethi ozopitcha.
Yeah.
And they would fly me from Joburg.
Yeah.
Ngizopitcha la pitch bese ngiyabuyela back to Joburg yofunda. So it was about merits.
You mean
a call out for me in Africa is always public. What we do is, I think 2 months before, we have a call out on the channel that people must vote or must enter. Even our entering document is about 65 pages. Because we want people who apply. Apply, in business with me. Or the company, or because you are lazy just to finish a document.
Yes.
Because I pitched it to Mzansi Magic, I pitched it to SABC before BET picked it up, and this is before Raw Silk, before Project Runway. They were saying, no, we don't do fashion reality shows. We can't fund you. Nyimi for 6 years.
Wow.
Now,
Hey guys, welcome to On Point with Sandy Nene. Please do not forget to video, of which I'm sure that you're gonna like this interview of myself with Uphila Sandile. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please, we try to grow the channel. Here with me, I have art director, filmmaker, fashion forward personality, fashion enthusiast, Uphila Sandile, with a big CV within the media industry. Welcome to On Point with Sandy Nene.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you here.
Yeah. You know.
I know.
You must come ready.
Uhlezi.
You must come ready.
You always come dressed to the T's.
And I'm wearing a Sipho Mbuto jumpsuit. That is,
shout out to Sipho Mbuto, and one of the local designers.
Amazing.
Based in Cape Town?
Yeah, no, he's based in Durban.
He's showcasing
in Cape Town this week.
Showcasing in Cape Town. Okay.
It's one of his new looks. So I'm excited to.
As soon as I get to Cape Town, Ezela
podcast.
I know you and I come a long way. You're always doing something new all the time. And we recently saw each other. We both went to collect awards. Congratulations.
Congratulations too as well.
Thank you for the 48-hour film project.
Yeah.
And then you invited me over for Bra Kini.
Yes. The 48-hour challenge was we did a film for Chosen Generations.
Yes.
In the 48 challenge, but it's a whole concept of literally writing the script to shooting it to editing it within 48 hours.
When I win
Tinasa 2 awards.
Yes.
So for the film that we did, which is called 5 Stages of Friendship,
yes,
we won award for Audience Choice Award for Group G, because they group us. There was 140 something submissions this year, which was huge.
Wow.
Biggest numbers I've ever seen in KZN, or biggest numbers I've seen nationally.
Yeah.
So we were in Group G. So we won the best award of all of those films, like Audience Choice Award.
Well done.
We also got nominated for Best Score. So the music was fantastic.
Yes.
Then we won Best Direction.
Wow.
So Udion Mhlongo, my director, he's wild, but I mean he's amazing. He works for Continuity now on
Sibongile the Dlaminis.
Yeah,
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, Ukot Lab.
Okay, so it's part of the Sibongile the Dlaminis?
Yes, so my director, he's part of the continuity team of
Okay.
Sibongile Dlamini.
So is that why he couldn't come to the awards?
He couldn't come to the awards, but he's
Yeah.
also going through an amazing spiritual journey as
Okay.
well. And I met him the day that we shot this production.
Okay.
I was like, and we just clicked completely. And I was like, this is someone I will always work with again. So I'm so proud of Dion.
Shout out to you, Jomane. Shout out to you, Jomane.
So
And then what's the other award for?
So it was the Audience Choice Award for Group G.
Yes.
And then Dion won the award for Best Director.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 awards to your company.
Yes.
Wow, well done.
Congratulations.
I am very, very proud of you. How many of you guys were working on this project?
Oh, there was a lot. Chosen Generations is actually a Mlazi-based company that's owned by Mfundo.
Okay.
Mfundo phoned me last year and wanted to collaborate with my company, Ebony Glow,
Okay.
to kind of sihlanganise the film industry ngampela in KZN, because I feel like abantu bayabaleka into zabo. So we were like, as in, we can shoot these things.
Yeah.
We can do independent films without micro budgets.
Yeah.
Let's just come together. Abafuna ukusebenza basebenze.
Yeah.
So we collaborate.
Ngiyayithanda into yocollaborate.
We
I always emphasize la kule podcast ukuthi abantu bangasabi ucollaborate, abantu bengasabi ucollaborate. Always be willing to collaborate and work with other people. Can you tell me about you growing up, Potchefstroom? You come all the way from Potchefstroom, and ngicale ngendaba ye-award because I was so excited to share it and Futsi, that's how we kind of reconnected after disappearing from each other's spaces for a very long time. Pila growing up in Potchefstroom.
Oh, Potchefstroom was an amazing experience. I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancerian. I'm a water baby. So being by the sea for me is just a natural flow.
Yeah.
So ngakhulela eMargate.
Yes.
Section 3. And we were the first family moved there because of the state land acts and those things, moving from Ekamalake to Margate, and we repatriated. So Margate, I grew up. I think I was 4 or 5 years old when I moved there.
So yazi ilonduzana impilo yaseGamalakhe kahle kahle.
Yes, but my family is there.
Oh, so you
and most of them are now moved into different spaces.
Yeah.
But it was
do you attend the Kasi event that always happens in Musa Kowa there?
I love Musa.
You know Musa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Musa. Musa is now hanging out with the big guns.
I see.
When posted by some celebrity, he's doing amazing stuff.
And I love what he's done with the space at Kamalaki.
Exactly.
That warehouse space on the interior into Makokokweni.
Yes.
And I mean, he does amazing chisanyambas every Sunday.
Yeah, akafani nani nayishinda uyakini nakhetha ukuthi nizospintsha la eThekwini. Yadlala.
Ayisabizwe ipile esheshayo.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Margate. I went to high school in Margate. Potchefstroom High School.
After high school, what did you do? Did you go to After Straight?
I went straight into university. Yeah.
And how was that after? Which campus?
I went to the Johannesburg campus at AFDA. This was back
no.
Chaos. I realized ukuthi ngeke ngikwazi ukuhlangana nezinto ezefilimi nesexuality yami ihlizla.
Okay.
A small town.
So you need
to explore.
You need to explore and you need to express yourself more. La khona abazali khona amakhaya lana khona abantu ofunda nabo. Who gonna judge you? Awusakwazi ukuba free.
Hashtag the boyfriend I joined at that time. What?
Wawusujola. Kujwayelekile ukuthi abantu basebaqhamuka endaweni ezikude engizothini Potchefstroom sebeyajola njalo. Oh no, maybe.
No, but Potchefstroom is probably the worst place to. It's sort of a commodity because Potchefstroom. Like if you don't know that, you don't know what KZN is like.
Oh my God.
It's worse than Maritzburg. It's worse than Mhlabelingane.
Oh no, but because I usually I do stuff with the South Coast Tourism.
Yeah.
So I'm always invited there. The party scene that side, it's
crazy,
the worst.
Everywhere.
Senzies.
Yeah, I said
Shelly Beach.
Wild. It's wild.
I'm sure indawo zakho lezo.
No, sengimdala manje.
Usumdala.
I say
la eThekwini, usumdala la eThekwini.
I've been here in Durban.
Kodwa uyahamba nje indawo la eThekwini.
I haven't. Kufanele sihambe, ngasashinda.
Moving to Joburg, how was that?
Yo, I loved Joburg going in there as a student.
Yes.
But working in Joburg for me, oh man, Joburg is it's expensive, but it's pretentious. I want Goli, but angilifisi Goli.
Wahlala khona isikhathi singakanani?
I lived in Joburg 2008 to 2007 years, 8 years. 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And then you still think
and
it's not the best place to be.
I don't like Joburg.
Abantu abaningi bahlezi besho yazi nami I've stayed in Joburg sengafunda ngisho ngaseGoli in high school angiboni kuyindawo that I can just go and move there. Abantu bahlezi besho njalo kumina bethi I must move there because of the career choice that I've chosen.
Exactly.
Bethi ngabe ukude ngithi mina no, I'll make it here at home.
Yes. And the thing is abantu baseGoli vocation is to make money. So they're there to make money.
Yeah.
They're not there to make friends. They're not there to make relationships.
So
everyone is a cool gebengu.
And no pretendana. So you must pretend that you like someone just because you know that someone put you in the next place.
Exactly. So that's what I don't like about Joburg. Not that I don't like people in Joburg. There are people who are amazing in Joburg. I go there all the time to work and to engage. But it's a natural energy in Jal. It's about making money. If you're going to make money, go make money and be ruthless in Joburg.
That's why you find ukuthi some people would say no, ngiyegoli ngiyofuna umsebenzi. Mabefika eGoli bafike bakunye eGoli.
Bahlale
khona.
Yes.
Abanye babuye amabhokisi, abanye babuye bengayiachieve into ebefuna ukuyiachieve. Abanye baba nenhlanhla bagcina sebaba successful. A shout out to Lelo Meslani, uLelo What's Good. That's the guy that I started ukwenza izinto naye. And then why I should say I need to move to Joburg. Waqedela high school ufunda eQueensborough High, wasuka muvele eGoli and he's doing amazing stuff. Uyamazi ngithi?
Yes, it's a friend.
We know in Vogue nights, he's won awards. He's now traveling the world, and sometimes nginakuthi ngisho ukuthi nawe ma ingabe ngahamba naye ngabe ngahamba ngilele ngemuva no, but then ngiyasaba sengahlala khona.
I would always say different paths, different journeys.
Yeah,
and maybe yours is not that one.
Okay, wafunda wathola degree yakho.
Yes, I got my degree. I got my then I got my honors degree there as well. Then I moved from Joburg. I got a gig, but in Joburg I was doing a lot of stuff in Joburg.
Yeah,
I was shooting a lot of music videos in Joburg. It was music videos. I was doing a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And then I got a job to come and work in Durban as the corporate field, to run the head of video department of an advertising firm, which I've been with since.
Okay.
Which is
that is Awesome Advertising?
Which is Courtesy Group and also their sister company. So it's one group.
Okay. Your father owns Awesome Advertising?
My father owns Awesome Advertising. The person who hired me is a colleague of his who owns Courtesy Group.
Okay.
And he's the one who's the group.
So awuqashanga ngetiye?
Umsebenzi
owufundele uyawazi?
Ufundela.
Yes.
And bangifone. I mean, even before ngibuye ngize eThekwini, babengifonela bethi ozopitcha.
Yeah.
And they would fly me from Joburg.
Yeah.
Ngizopitcha la pitch bese ngiyabuyela back to Joburg yofunda. So it was about merits.
You mentioned that you're doing a lot of things when you were in Joburg. Can you list some of those things? I know they were shooting videos. Some of the big things that you were doing that side that you're proud of. We'll show you. No, that's got my name on it.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
I've shot WizKid.
WizKid.
I've shot Ice Prince.
Wow.
P Squared.
Wow.
I've shot Patro King. I've shot the Polytones music videos. People really forget that my music videos. No, even when I arrived in Durban, I started like that. I was doing Om Shunais.
I remember. I met you around the same time that you had just come back.
Yes, I just came back.
You had just come back, and then you were producing Made in Africa.
Made in Africa. Oh my God,
you on BET.
Yes.
How did you land that gig?
Oh my God. Made in Africa BET is a reality fashion show. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes.
Nandi Matita was our host on season 1. Amazing. And
how many seasons did you guys do?
We have 1 season. Season 2 is coming soon.
It is?
It is.
Wow, great. Wow, that's great, guys.
I think you're the first people actually to hear that season 2 is literally the
That's amazing. And you guys
I literally just bumped into Greg Wallace, one of the mentors, we're coming here.
Yeah.
It's like, Bella, I'm like, it's working, it's happening, so it's exciting.
That's amazing.
So Made in Africa it was a 6-year concept.
Yes.
Because I pitched it to Mzansi Magic. I pitched it to SABC before BET picked it up. And this is before Raw Silk, before Project Runway. Okay. They were saying, no, we don't do fashion reality shows. We can't fund you. Nyimi for 6 years.
Wow.
Now, this is a very good concept. And then I bumped into Utamizo back then was part of the comic development, and I was pitching it to the film commission, and he was on that panel, and he's like, I like this concept, and then I like you, and I like, you know, the vibe. Like, why don't you take it to BET? I'm like, BET? Like, I'm thinking, like, he's like, no, change the idea. Yes. He's like, think about it. It could be a Pan-African concept. Think about expanding the designers. Think about what this could look like.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting with BET. I sat down with the BET team. I remember it was Fatim. She was senior manager. Mondi Twala was still he's now head of, it's Paramount Pictures now.
Yeah.
He's head of the International African Paramount Pictures. But he was head of BET then, BET Africa.
Yeah.
And we sat down and they were like, Pila, this is how we can do. It was one of my favorite meetings I've ever had in terms of concept.
Yeah.
Because they spoke about, we can change episodes like this. Think about this.
So what went wrong? 6-year contracts, yeah, Vala for a few years. Because I mean, man, like
what happened is it was one season. So one season is I think the first season was 8 episodes. I'm not sure. I wanted to do 10 this season 2, but it's 8 episodes, 16 designers. Okay. So after the season ends, then obviously the season ends, and they didn't commission it, so it was self-funded.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like BET, they gave me a licensing fee obviously, but it's not a commissioned production. So it's not like,
so you were paying your own salaries.
We were paying everyone.
Okay.
So we find the money, you find all of these flights, all these international people you're booking, all of these people, like I remember that budget was crazy. It was in the millions. And we had to find the money ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's a grueling process.
Can you tell me about the difficulties of actually getting funding in the fashion world?
In the fashion world?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Fashion is more difficult than film. I'm not going to even lie.
Okay, because Lana, you were dealing with fashion, so you were supposed to get funded by fashion interested companies, and then a TV as well. So
my approach for getting that funding for Main Africa was more of a film perspective.
Okay.
Of like
fashion.
It's a fashion reality show. Obviously, fashion was the focus of it because it's made in Africa and it's a fashion reality show.
Yeah.
But what it was about the talk behind fashion.
Okay.
So we're talking about trends, and we're talking about fashion trends, and we're talking about things, and then we lead into what each episode is designed for. So it was more of a how are we finding filmmakers who are in fashion? How are we finding developing producers? So it was the approach of getting sponsors was paying a band in film, and then going into retail with who wins the fashion industry. Production, payroll. Oh my God, I think we were sitting at about 125, 129, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my gosh. And how many sponsors do you have? Did you have?
I had 4.
Oh my God. Okay.
I had 4. But I mean, the Film Commission was our biggest contributor.
KZN Film Commission.
KZN Film Commission. It's now called the Film Authority.
Yes.
Now it's under the Film Authority. Yes. They've always been a huge support in endeavors that I do generally.
I know there are fashion designers out there, commission and these sponsorships. How did you go about it? Because I'm
call out for me in Africa is always public. What we do is, I think 2 months before, we have a call out on the channel that people must vote or must enter. Even our entering document is about 65 pages. Because we want people who apply. Apply in business with me. Or the company, or because you are lazy just to finish a document.
Yeah,
we need people.
You should be excited because you're filling in something that's interesting and that's about your career and what you want to do.
100%. And the winner of the show won a contract with Space. So you're trading and you're signing comments for a year. Sipho Boots. That's why I'm wearing Sipho Boots.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Sipho. That's the reason why I definitely need to have Sipho.
He's amazing.
You've done a lot after Made in Africa. You've shot some videos for Afrotainment.
Yes, of course. And Sky Star Films.
Yes.
We've done so many Afrotainment videos. I don't even know where to start with them. My favorites, Joe, are I love his videos. I think those my favorites.
Yes.
Memes is one of our short.
Yes.
Was art directed by me. I art
Yeah.
directed that.
Yeah.
I love that one because that was during when Fees Must Fall was happening.
Yes.
And we had to
also
make a political statement about
Yes.
Fees Must Fall. It was
Yes.
that movement. And the idea was that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
With the professor. And we were like, this is what we're going to do. So I've done quite a few.
You wear many hats within the media and the fashion industry. Can you name them?
That's a very difficult question for me.
Because one would say, okay, how do you know Pila? Pila is an art director.
Yes. Okay.
And then I would say, Pila is a stylist.
Yes.
And then someone would say, Pila is a wardrobe designer.
Yes.
Which one do you prefer being called?
Maybe I should tell you exactly what I want to become. And then
Please.
people can tell me what they would see me as.
Please.
My dream and my ultimate goal is to become a film and fashion authority. In fashion, I want to be the person ohlezi ko WGCN ontshela nina ukuthi what is the colors you'll wear the next seasons are coming up. That's
Okay.
the seats I want to sit in. So for me to get to those spaces, I need to be able to be someone in fashion who's multitasking. I've got a fashion diploma. I had to go get one.
Yes.
After in Africa.
You studied fashion designing.
I studied fashion. So I know pattern making. I know trend forecasting. So I want to. So finally, umuntu ongena ngamafastela uziyofika lesohlalo sidingayo.
Yeah.
Same with film.
Also futhi nongena ngamafastela ungena ukuthi yene uthatha ama-shortcuts. You go and study and understand.
Yeah. Because ngeke uphile a conversation or understand.
Yeah.
You must always be someone who's or understander, who is absorbing information and giving it back 24/7. It's an exchange. Same with film. I also want to be a film authority. Mina ngifuna uhlala kuMackenzie. Mina ngifuna ungitshele ukuthi okay, yabo lesafdele winobani. Yabo.
You are thinking beyond David Tlale.
David, beyond it.
Yeah.
Which means, yes, I will launch a collection eventually. I will have reputation, eventually.
You will get a studio.
Eventually, but the objective is that.
Okay.
So I think when people look at me, they must just call me Pila Sand and just watch what I do in the next 10 years.
And umsebenzi wakho uzobe usuzenzela.
And then you'll see.
International stage, who would like to style?
Oh my God, there's so many. First of all, I would love to physically have a conversation with Lo Roach.
Okay.
I love Lo. I think
Abantu abangamazi, what does she do?
Lo Roach is a fashion stylist. He's done styling for people.
It's a he.
It's a he.
Okay.
He styled people like Celine Dion, Zendaya is more famous for that. He's styled her throughout her whole career.
Okay.
And he's very good. I think he's a black man who started in thrifting and understood how to be. He calls himself a fashion architect.
Okay, I love that.
That's how he calls, and that's who he identifies as being. A fashion. Oh no, sorry, an image architect. You call it fashion.
Yeah.
So he looks at how composition looks like and things like that.
Okay.
So I'm not an image architect like him, but I would love to have a conversation of what that means. And if that's something
the stuff that he does. Because I know that with fashion and creative, it's the things that influence you ezenza ukuthi ugcina usuba productiveness. So wena iziphi izinto ezik-influenceayo ukuthi or izinto oyibukayo, the type of people that you follow on your TikTok, name 5, the type of TV shows that you watch, because khona izinto kuhlukile, I'm sure.
No. What I'm saying to you about being an authority is you have to watch all of it.
Okay.
And I'll watch all of it. I promise you. Among the top 5, you must ask me about what top 5 of a genre of film. Top 5 comedies, top 5 action, top 5 dramas, top 5 period pieces. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
So for me, it's I watch so much. I watch content like, I feel like sometimes I watch too much content.
Okay.
But it
can never be too much content. I'm sure it can't. And the fact that you need to always remember these people.
And I've watched that film, I'm like, and people, I'm on Netflix, I'm like, I've seen it. It's boring for a lot of people. But
so you're more passionate about film than fashion.
It's entwined.
Okay.
Because it's 2 different forms of art. But with fashion, people, you live your life in it. So it's a different kind of expression than film.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a ping pong between the two. And
Throughout your
that's-
career, I'm sure you've had ups and downs, downfall, or things that you've been going through personally as a person. How do you get around that space and also get out of that space and come back?
Oh, there's always dark days. There's always dark days.
Yeah.
It's a constant thing.
How do you overcome them?
I think we always have to remember that being a creative is an obligation.
Yeah.
First of all, it's according to vocation, so you have to do it.
Yeah.
And we are people who have a responsibility and obligation to do the right things. So more work saying, and you're like, ish, yazin, busy. I've got a responsibility to execute this. People are depending on me to arrive on time, to do this, to drop off this, and to put a story like this together, whether it is on paper or on screen or in music or in comments. It's a responsibility. And I think the thing was like saying, I can't let people down.
Yeah.
Because for me, disappointment for me is scary. I don't like disappointing around. I don't like seeing that in people's faces. And so constantly, it's always my mind that would say, you've got a responsibility.
Do you remember the darkest time of your life?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many. Which part?
There's so many.
Yeah, I mean,
Career-wise.
Career-wise, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been very fortunate to, career-wise. When I started during COVID, in 2020, when COVID started, 2021?
Yeah, 2020.
The year before, I literally, I had not finished my qualification, and I was battling with, because I mean, these things are expensive, and I was battling with getting back into it. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do fashion part-time. And I was already shot Made in Africa by this time already. Excuse me. I already shot Made in Africa by this time, but I was like, I need to go back and study certain things, you know what I mean? So I remember I couldn't afford going back to school. I was staying.
So now you're relying on yourself.
Yes, on myself.
You're no longer ingane yabazali.
No, but I've always my parents paid for my first year in university, and that's what they've done.
And you completed your own.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Second year, third year, fourth year, master's degree. Even my fashion diploma was self-funded.
Wow.
Not self-funded, but obviously you find these things.
My piece job, freelancing.
Piece job.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not gonna lie. The NFVF, the National Film and Video Foundation, funded my third year. So getting bursaries like that, but you have to be the best to get those things.
Exactly.
So it's about that kind of maintenance. Anyway, we digress. So darkest moment in my life was that I'd lost everything in terms of going to school and studying. And I got a phone call from a friend of mine who, it was such an amazing experience, who used to be at school with me.
Okay.
And she studied makeup and styling. Her name is Thembi Sibeko. Her birthday was like days ago.
Shout out to Thembi Sibeko.
And she was a lecturer at the Durban After Campus.
Okay.
So she phoned me. She's like, no, there's a position open. I literally was homeless. I left Maritzburg because of a personal and a family situation. I didn't know what I was going to do with life. But yeah. So I always, and that moment for me reminds me that in the darkest of the dark, I promise you, there is a silver lining. Because of who you are, it will shine.
Yeah.
And that was that moment. And then I went on to lecture for a good 2 years.
Wow. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And many other things that you've done throughout your career. Name one person that you'd like to style.
Style? Oh, that's a difficult one. South African or national or like...
International.
International.
Including South Africa.
Tinsdale, I love to style. She's an actress, a British actress. I think her style is very...
Okay, in South Africa?
In South Africa, Okay, I mean, not styled Nomalanga, but I would like to work with Nomalanga again. Nomalanga.
Ngoba wase-Potchefstroom.
Because, yeah, she's my homegirl. I love Nomalanga.
Yeah.
And she just did the softest, amazing job.
I love her. She's amazing.
Amazing job. So I
Yeah.
love her. I love to, and I feel like her style, I think from last year when she did the softest and she was a guest, not even like, and her fashion style and what she wants to do has changed.
Yeah.
And I feel like she is someone who's literally thinking about all of it. And I would love to work with her.
You love
as a stylist. I know I'm trying to pupu from Jojo Pupa. Pupu from Jojo Pupa.
Pupu Kumet.
Pupu.
Shout out to Pupu Kumet. If I know
Pupu is so amazing. And he's like 21, 24.
Yeah,
he's like a young
he's
cat.
really young.
He's so young, but he's so humble.
Pupu Kumet is the brother of Ayanda Ncwane.
Yes, his brother.
Yeah.
Young, amazing stylist. I mean, he does all of it. He's like part of SA Fashion Week.
Is he a threat?
No, styling isn't like that.
Okay.
It's not like...
Point that wasn't Pupu Zomchonjo.
No, because I know he's got a repertoire.
Okay.
He's done things like Famous in Blink.
Yeah.
So he has styled like international artists. So if you were, we celebrate for the stylist,
Don't say that, guys. If ever you're coming to Durban, I know that the Durban July will be coming up. If you want a stylist to Pilar Sunday, Loma Services, and the portfolio is amazing. So so you'd like to style Nomalanga Shozi, and then a male person that you'd like to style.
Oh, there's so many guys. Guys are so
Name
frivolous. Max Poponyeni, I love his look. Java, I love to style Java.
Okay.
Java, I think I need to come into some suits in there. It's a
Yes.
Zulu man in this.
Yes. Stilo Makolite.
Okay, well, Stilo used to be a stylist.
I know.
And I worked with him before. He used to do he did
Cream Cartel.
Cream Cartel, and he did that music video. I did with Wizkid. He was the stylist for Wizkid and music video.
When you shot
Wizkid, Top Your Matter, Stilo Makolite styled that video.
stylists don't really get paid a lot.
They used to get paid a lot back then. I don't know.
Man, you know.
Styling, what people don't understand is styling, it's a very difficult thing to quantify. Because are you getting paid because of how many looks you've brought to your client, or you're getting paid for the look that your client has worn? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and for the source looks, you can't buy them. You have to have relationships nabantu who are designers. So you have to be in a relationship with designers. What do you do to designers? You know what I mean? So styling is a very complicated field. And I respect our stylists.
So like nama designers, some of them rely on stylists to showcase us yes. Who are your favorite top 5 fashion designers in Durban?
In Durban?
Yes.
Sipambutsu.
Yes.
Kwenzi Ngoma.
Kwenzi. Oh my gosh, Kwenzi Nkomo. I love you so much. Shout out to you.
Ndoni Fashion House. That's
Ndoni Fashion House. Yes. Kwenzi.
Martin Steenkamp is not a Durban night, but we can say Durban because it's Maritzburg.
Oba.
Martin Steenkamp, Martin Bespoke, I promise you, his
Martin Bespoke,
conceptualization.
yes.
House of St. Luke Mxolisi.
Shout out to Mxolisi Luke. I've worked with him. I've worked with him as a publicist. Shout out to Mxolisi Luke. Mr. Mkize, shout out to you. He's done amazing work. He recently had an amazing pool party for the LGBTQI community. And you were there. I couldn't come because I had to go to a funeral.
I know, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yes. And then number 5.
It was so well attended. Oh my God. I know I can't pick a lot. I mean, there's so many which I know is coming up very well, but I need to give flowers to Lee Sherman as one of the high bitches out there.
Yeah.
This woman does amazing print work like there's no tomorrow. She's Lee Sherman, Amanda Cherry, or Slomo
you just sending shout outs. I said
no. These are really, I mean, like when you go to DFF, you need to sit down and like, that's why I go every single year and I watch every single show because you can't miss anybody.
They're all amazing.
Treasure's gonna go. I'm so sorry, guys are gonna hate me. But Durban is just fashion.
Do cloth your soul.
No, Durban fashion is everything. Like people don't understand. Most of Tegwini Ingqep yodwa.
It's just the politics.
It's the politics.
It's the politics.
And when the film commission dismantled, it was heartbreaking for us.
I'm sure when you came back, when you came to Durban, when you just moved, and then you have this bold personality, people were like, "Ubanigelo."
Of course, they asked to buy
until they saw.
Yeah.
Because it's
like that.
Can you tell me about people not knowing you until they respect
or to be underestimated? 100%. I love it.
You love it?
I love.
Do you have a specific moment that you want to share? Not name dropping, but a moment that you want to share. On this day, ngiyakhumbula kwenzeka kanje ngahlangana nobani. Sibani bani ngahlala naye kanje wangibukela phansi. Tell me sebona lena, mina ngikhastayo noma mina ngiselectayo. Can you tell me about that moment? Because I know as your friend, you've had that quite a few times.
I don't have a specific one. I think it happens quite frequently.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it because I limelight. I don't think it's something that I've always wanted.
Besides limelight, but also respect,
yes.
How are you here? Because I'm not going to look like Mofig and Darwin. Hey, bo, Bandona, VIP.
But then take Potlela. You know what I mean? They will always think it. When you're in VIP, people don't care who you are, really. Exactly. They care about what's going on around your table.
Yeah.
So if your table is popping, no one cares about whether... No one even asks what...
Because song is ballegile.
Song is ballegile. So if it's getting VIP. So no one cares. So just keep your table occupied and keep your table looking.
How do you keep your table occupied? Do you sleep with certain people? Or do you pay from your own pockets?
I always pay my own bills.
I know.
Yeah. No, I do. I feel like not just because it's empowering. It's also because I don't want to live in Pilo where old people things or they hold me at ransom.
Yeah.
And people do that. It's okay. When was banban, let's pose us banban.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
yeah.
Because we can do those things. And I'd rather do that.
What about people that are faking it in the industry?
There's so many.
There's so many.
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. And it's unfortunate because
do you blame them?
I don't blame them. I don't shame. I think even what we're seeing with the whole P. Diddy saga and what's happening in the music industry, this is life. This is what happens in these industries. The bigger you get, the more money you make, the more problems you have, and the more pretentious you have to be. So, Uba really, it's difficult. I'm serious. It's difficult, Shem. It is difficult. But that's the reason why I left Joburg. I couldn't deal with it. I know.
I know since you work with designers and you also have a production company, you do a lot of casting. Can you give us tips for a newbie that's just been asked to go for certain auditions, or in what are you always looking for?
As a casting director?
Yeah.
Interesting question. I think you have to come prepared. I think people don't forget that. Because I did study drama up until matric, and then also part of my film schooling was drama related. So as an actor, because I thought I was going to be an actor, and I was like, nah.
Really?
I really thought I was going to be like in front of the camera until I was like in second year, and I was like, nah, my brain belongs somewhere else.
Yeah.
And like my mind is.
Wow, I can also produce.
Yeah, understand. Don't block me like this.
What's to know? Find out what's in the
Yes, and also in matric, I mean up to matric, I did double science. I was doing biology and science.
Oh,
so I like literally, and I came out with like 6 A's. So it was wild, and my family thought I was going to be a doctor. So I have a very analytical thinking mind. So being I was like, no.
So is that how you refer?
Yes. Actors need to be you have to come in there so willing to do whatever the vision is.
Yeah.
And a lot of actors don't understand that. So my advice would be this: come prepared. And when I'm saying prepared, come with monologues that are revered or that you are prepared of different kind of characters.
Yeah.
So be a Johnny Depp, be a Shoki Mura, for example, be someone who can play 3 different roles in one. So come prepared with those
Ungaziwa ngaleyo
monologues.
character eyodwa
Understand?
noma ungasho ukuthi ngoba
Unga-typecast.
nakubukeka njengesigebengu
You understand?
uzo-auditionela isigebengu awu-auditionela umfundisi
Nowarini, what's his surname?
Masemolo.
Nazok. You know, bring those 3 and then come with an open mind. Ukuthi anything could be asked of you and you have to be able to deliver it on the spot.
Yeah.
That's what we need actors to become. It's not the water sinjola gabi. When we are saying a call time of 5:30, guys looks like a talent. There are people here on these sets that you feel like you're not the most important person.
Exactly.
On the set, you know what I mean? And they think
Baningi.
like that.
Yeah.
Because you're the faces of these products or you're the faces of these productions, you're not the most important person here.
Exactly.
There are people who are giving the money, who are funding. There are people who are here to watch these things. There are people here to cut, to edit. There are people here who work 24/7 around your cast.
You need to respect all of these people. Not being late.
So I need actors to understand that yes, ni famous impela, ni asana autography lana, but I promise you, there's a bigger scope behind you because
Does your company pay well?
My company,
your production company, abasebenzi bakhala
I've had delays. I've had like delayed situations. Yeah, so no, we've had delayed processes. Like for example, I remember Main Africa season 1. I think the payment was like 2 or 3 months delayed because obviously it was government funded and we have to do those kind of things. So I've had those kind of, but not all you're underpaid or you're not paid well. You have to respect amount, especially when it comes to Imali.
Yeah.
Because they work hard for this. So when I upgrade the umuntu to kokela rate, standard rates, if umuntu my standard rate as a cinematographer is 2.5 and you search it across the board, it's 2.5. You cannot underpay them. Stop negotiating. I'm an artist. If you don't have the money, pause your production, find it.
How often do you scout new talent?
Every day.
Every day.
Every single day. Because you don't know what production you're doing next. Umuntu okushutela manje drama is not the same person who shoot a comedy for you. There's a different style. Umuntu edela manje will not be the same. Makeup akho manje won't be the same.
Yeah.
You have to have